Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
So Hurricane Dorian looks like it is ready to slam the Carolinas after scraping the coasts of Florida and Georgia. What you're looking at is brand new satellite imagery. Of course, we are tracking the storm's impact for you. But first, Michigan becomes the first state in the nation to ban flavored e-cigarettes, a step Governor Gretchen Whitmer says is needed to protect young people. However, the move is not without contention. That story, of course, topping our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Kasumi. So there are flavors like bubblegum and Fruit Loops. Governor Gretchen Whitmer saying that flavored vaping is considered a health emergency and issued the 6-month temporary ban, which can be renewed. Local 4's Jason Colthorpe joining us live now in Fraser after talking to health experts on this issue. Jason?
And this could just be the first step, Evrod. At least that's what they hope here at CARE, where they treat substance abuse, because in their experiences, the simple fact is kids that try flavored e-cigarettes and get exposed to nicotine are kids that might normally never try cigarettes. At the urging of the Department of Health and Human Services, Governor Gretchen Whitmer has banned flavored e-cigarettes. The ban takes effect immediately and covers retail and online sales. The news is a welcomed first step in outlawing what CARE of Southeastern Michigan believes is a clear marketing campaign toward children of a dangerous product.
Flavored specifically because that targets youth. I mean, something that's bubble gum, a 50-year-old person is probably not going to say, yep, that's what I want. That's not something that's really the pathway for adults. Statistics gathered by CARE also support vaping and e-cigarettes being declared a health crisis. You're starting to see massive escalation. We've done at one community school, we did a short survey with middle schoolers, and in that particular school, they had about 20% of kids reporting self-use. And we have a little bit of Wednesday trivia for you. Did you know there's an American Vaping Association? Well, they have some strong opinions on today's decision. We'll tell you about that coming up at 5, and we'll also talk to the people who are going to be losing some money with that, with the retail sales being banned. All of that coming up on Local 4 News at 5. For now, we're live in Fraser. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Hurricane Dorian is slowly turning towards the U.S. mainland now, and effects from the storm's outer bands are already being felt along Florida's east coast. To my left, satellite imagery of Dorian off the coast of Florida. And then these are live pictures from Jacksonville Beach, where the impact is being felt. Jay Gray reports from Savannah, Georgia, a city in the potential Dorian impact line.
We are in the middle of the forecast path right now here in Savannah. We expect to see conditions really start to deteriorate over the next several hours. High winds, driving rains, and perhaps a bit of a storm surge here. And that's what we're going to see all along the southeastern Atlantic coast throughout the day here today. Let's start in the Bahamas, though, where the devastation is overwhelming. Heartbreaking to see what this storm did as it lingered there for almost 2 full days, really tearing apart communities, others underwater. Now that things have calmed as far as the conditions are concerned, the focus is getting into these battered communities and trying to help survivors and continue to search for those missing right now.
No effort or resources will be held back.
Now this storm is taking aim at the coast, and really we've seen in Florida some effects from Dorian, lashing waves, rain in an area that's already been saturated over the last month. The time to prepare, the time to evacuate quickly running out for those that remain in the path of Dorian.
We know how frustrating, difficult, and sometimes costly evacuations can be, but the cost is so much greater with lives lost if people roll the dice and stay.
It looks like at this point the storm will continue just to mirror the coast. If it does make landfall, that likely would come at the end of the week and along the Barrier Islands in North Carolina. That's the latest right now from here in Savannah. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
All right, Jay, thank you. Of course, later in this newscast, we are going to take a closer look at Dorian's impact on the Bahamas as rescuers work to reach the victims. And it is just heartbreaking seeing the damage done to the Bahamas. I mean, it just looks like a whole bunch of islands that are leveled, you know?
You almost don't want to know, and unfortunately everything is coming to light today. So 18 hours, that storm, almost a Cat 5, stationary over the Bahamas. Again, that was yesterday, so this thing has been on the move, and you see those heavy, heavy rain bands hitting parts of the coast. Now, the hurricane force winds can be felt 60 miles from the eye wall, so they're not quite feeling those hurricane force winds on the coast, but they're getting tropical storm force winds, 50 to 80 miles an hour, and that is for hours on end, and power outages, flash flooding, storm surge, the usual suspects. Nasty. Category 2, 105 on the winds here, gusting to 125. Tomorrow morning, right along the coastline of South Carolina, could be directly impacting the coastline there as a hit to the U.S. 100-mile-an-hour winds. And then on Friday morning, the Outer Banks, Category 2. On the weekend, it starts to finally head on out to sea, impacting shipping lanes for sure. But back here at home, boy, are we just thankful. Numbers in the 60s to near 70. 70 at Metro and 70 in Monroe, and we'll be right around 73 degrees with sun, clouds, a little bit of a northwest breeze, and a fall-like feel for a while, Evrod. We'll track it.
All righty, Brendan, thank you. We want to get to some breaking news that we're following right now. Migrant children who were separated from their parents at the U.S.-Mexico border last year suffered post-traumatic stress and other serious mental health problems. This is according to a government watchdog report. The chaotic reunification process only added to this whole ordeal. The report is the first substantial accounting by a government agency on how family separation under the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy has affected the mental health of children. Meanwhile, Vice President Mike Pence is coming back to Michigan. The state Republican Party announced today that he will be the keynote speaker at the Mackinac Republican Leadership Conference. It's being held at the Grand Hotel on September 20th. Pence will be the first sitting vice president to ever attend the conference since it started back in 1955. Pence was in Michigan last month to give a speech to the Detroit Economic Club. New at noon, the man charged with killing a Detroit police sergeant appeared in court this morning. Eddie Ray Johnson is accused of shooting Elaine Williams in their Garden City home in June. Police say the two were in a relationship and that they were living together. Elaine's neighbor took the stand, saying that he was with the couple at the bar the night of the shooting.
Yeah, there was yelling.
All right.
Everybody was hostile.
All right, everybody was hostile?
I mean, yeah, we were all drunk. It went from having a good time and laughing and playing and to we pulled in the driveway, and then there was, I don't know.
The hearing to determine whether Johnson will go to trial for the murder is still ongoing. And a hearing was postponed today for that gas station clerk who's accused of shooting a man all over a bag of chips. Zafar Marzak is charged with assault for allegedly shooting Tavarlis Durham at a Shell gas station on West Warren in Detroit. The shooting sparked protests, as you just saw there outside of the gas station. The victim was treated at the hospital and is okay. Today's hearing, though, was adjourned because Marzak didn't show up. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg talks about surviving multiple bouts of cancer.
I think my work is what saved me.
Find out what she is saying about her most recent scare, a malignant tumor on her pancreas. But first, YouTube is fined $170 million. Find out what they allegedly did to get fined and why the fine is historic.